That's brilliant. Well done.
So, some of that video as well was the fundraising as well for their community project, which you'll find out a few more about as we go through this afternoon. So, we're on to our third award of this afternoon, and this goes out to the residential personality of the team. So this is the person that really kind of took the opportunities and thrived on residential, performed really well on the activities, and also was a great personality during the evenings as well, getting people by. So to present this award, can I introduce Paul Edwards from the Prince's Trust to highlight the nominations and give out the award, please.
Okay, well, we've got a certificate, but I'll open the envelope. We have 3 nominations, and it's Tim Andrews, Ben Cook and Luke Perry. And the winner is Luke Perry. Well done. Cheers. Right. I'm Luke Perry. I live in Sudbury in Suffolk. I joined the Prince's Trust team because I wanted to get back into the routine of doing something, and a bit of motivation to encourage my younger brothers to start doing something as well. On day one, when I walked into a room, my first thoughts were, I don't want to be here, but after a few team exercises, I felt alright and just got on trying to get to know everyone. My favourite bits of the course were on the residential and meeting some really nice and funny people. And when I got my hair cut off for fundraising, that was a lot of fun, but cold. The thing I found most frustrating about the course was when I had to phone up for work experience. I phoned about 20 places and they all said no. That made me quite angry. The greatest moment for me whilst on the course was on the residential, when I was getting to know all the other people and we ended up having a right laugh. If I could start the course again, I would attend every day no matter what happens. I would now like to go on to be an interior designer or a carpenter. Thank you for listening.
So, when they came back from residential, they were challenged with organising some fundraising activities for their community projects. So they broke down into smaller groups and had the opportunity to think of ideas. So they spent basically week 3 planning, doing risk assessments, and then actually week 4 delivering their fundraising activities. So it was really, really busy because they had like 1 fundraising activity per day. As well as that, they also had to plan for their community project. So it was quite hectic, but they did really well. You can see there by some of the photos. Luke just said there, along with some of the girls as well, had their head shaved. I'm sure you'd agree, it looked very nice. And that she's just seen from the video as well. Some of the lads decided to organise a baked bean bar in the town centre of Bury St Edmunds, which they organised themselves and was really successful. They organised also for the local press to come down and take some pictures, which was fantastic. Again, Seth, Danny, Julia and James got involved in a sponsored walk around Bury St Edmunds. And as you can see there, some of the places that they visited by their walk. Ben, Ryan and Sam organised a sponsored bike ride from Bury St Edmunds to Thetford. Again, that was really successful. And Ben did really well in the sense of organising the bikes from a Thetford High Lodge in Thetford. So they got the bikes for free, which was they were really grateful for, because if they had to pay for taking money out from the actual fundraising activities, obviously the money that we're trying to raise. And we had Gemma and Sadie organising a manga fancy dress, again in the town centre. I'm sure you agree they're great outfits. Again, asking the general public to make donations. And at the end of their achievements, yeah, that's what they got to show for it, which is fantastic. £50 of that was for their team challenge, but yeah, for their community project they raised £500, which is a fantastic achievement. So the fourth award that we're going to present this afternoon is for the most kind of laid-back character within the team. It can be quite hectic, like I was saying, with like community project and fundraising activities going on, but this person managed to be laid back all the way through the course. And to present this award, we have Lisa Birkdale, who's our current student social worker. So put your hands together for Lisa.
Right, the nominations are James Gibson, Charlie Findon, Ryan Byrne and Tim Andrews. And the winner is Charlie.
Hi, my name is Charlie. I joined the Brexit Trust team because I thought it was a great opportunity for me to build my confidence, teamwork skills and ability to look for a job. On the first day I walked into the team room, I thought to myself, now is the time to do well in life and show what I can do. Also, I wasn't confident if I was going to get fans to enjoy it, but I have. The best things about the programme were I'm residential, the second week of course. We went away to the lab when I had to. The best thing about the week away was I was able to show how well I could do, how well I could be part of a team and work in a safe environment. The most frustrating thing about the course was I knew from the beginning I was going to be working with new people. Maybe not getting along with everyone, but working as a team, I'm glad I joined the Brexit Trust. The greatest moment whilst in the programme was on residential. When I was on a ropes course and Kevin fell in 3 times. Another great moment was when Jake came up with the idea of putting makeup on Tim and way to sleep. If I could start the programme again, things I would do differently would be more proactive and try to get more involved in group discussions. I now plan to move on to another course or take a further look into getting a job. Thank you for listening.
So, fifth award. Every team, again, there's some kind of romance. So we thought we'd put together an award for the married couple of the Team Determined. So, the nominees are Kevin and Tim, Danny and Steph, Ben and Ryan, Jake and his skateboard. Won't ask any questions about that one. And the winner is Tim Andrews.
Hi, my name's Tim Andrews. I'm from Lapham. I joined the Prince's Trust team programme because I need to boost my confidence and improve my employability. On day one, I was a bit nervous because I did not know if anyone from my taste day was on the course, but as soon as I got into college and saw people I knew, made me feel much better. The best thing about the course was when we went on residential, it was absolutely brilliant and loved every minute of it. I also enjoyed the fundraising when my group took part in a fake bean bath in the in Bury St Edmunds, but the best was the community project where we built a bike shed for the Battaglia House. The most frustrating moment was when I first started the course. I was not used to getting up early and coming into college on time, but now I am motivated myself in the morning and look forward to what the day will bring. If I could start the course again, I would come in more often. I now plan to start a motor mechanics course in September. Thank you for listening.
Okay, so after the fundraising, they had the community project, and they had three options, and they decided to decorate and renovate the Tanya House, which is a supported housing association within the Greater Evidence Town Centre. So there's a few kind of pictures of actual process of them doing the work there. And the areas that they had to do, kind of highlighted here. So there was an outside wall, building a bike shed to keep the residents dry, and there was a communal games room in the basement. The opportunity to decorate. So you can see the photos show how it kind of looked before. Quite bland, really, quite plain. So I had the opportunity to kind of bring a bit of life to the Tanya House in that sense. And you can see a radical change. Pictures there of the outside wall. Steph, James, Danny, Luke, Ben and Sam. This was a games room that was organised and completed by Gemma, Julia, Sadie, Charlie, Sean, Ryan, and there's quite a few people down there. Including Lisa as well. Helping out. And then the third area was the bike shed organised by Jake, Kevin and Tim, which is, I'm pretty glad that they were confident in doing that, because I'm not handling that. It's probably the worst part of the course for me. So I had complete trust and faith that they were able to kind of pull that off, and they did that really successfully. So, the sixth award goes to the funniest moment, and as you can imagine, through the 12 weeks, there's been some classics that have made us giggle, made us laugh, made us, kind of split our bellies and that. And here to present that award, again, our ex-assistant team leader, Neil Tyler.
Thank you. Sorry. Myself, hello everybody again. Funniest moment. Tim waking up with makeup on. He enjoyed it. He did. Kevin, legend. I've got to explain it. I won't talk. I have a reputation for talking about hours, so I won't go very long. Kevin, in that moment, represented exactly what the Prince's Trust is about. I've got to say, no one forced Kevin to do what he did. It was entirely voluntary. There was a race course where you have a wooden ledge and you've got tyres. You've got to pretty much climb, jump from one tyre on a rope to the other side. You've got water underneath. I reckon maybe 4 or 5 foot of water.
Plus it was dirty.
It was dirty. It was actually green on top, covered in green leaves. You kind of stick a stick in and it stinks really, really bad. Kevin, very worried about it. I was standing next to him. Claire, the lady from Lambourne End, was encouraging him across, I think, or maybe possibly saving someone else from falling off the time, I can't remember. Kevin decided to go for it, jumped off the platform, landed on the tyre, realised it couldn't quite carry on, and fell off. Inhaled the water, scrambled outside, was sick on the side, and then said, I need to do that again. And that, I've got to say again, no one forced Kevin to do that. Is exactly what the Prince's Trust is about. It's hard times, it's tough times, and people prove themselves on this course that if I can do that, if I can puke and then get up and carry on, sometimes that's the kind of motivation you need to succeed, really. And Kevin embodied that. I don't know who the winner is, I really don't. I do know who the winner is. Ben Cook, well, yeah, you dropped me. That hurt. Where are you, Ben? Cheers. To be fair, Ben represented it again. You didn't mean to drop me. You slipped, you got up, you carried on. It's come out. I think that's a really important thing. But yes, the award goes to Kevin Robinson. Sorry.
Hello, I'm Kevin. The reason I joined the Prince's Trust course was because for the last few years I've had trouble getting in full-time employment. But when I saw an advert in the job centre saying about the Prince's Trust course, I thought, why not? I heard it was build your confidence, motivation, which truly I really need, and it has done. First time I walked into the team room, I felt really nervous. Also thought to myself, what have I let myself in for? But hey, I'm here today. The greatest moment of the course was when I did fall in on the ropes course 3 times, but that didn't really bother me because I was determined to try and finish, even though I didn't, but I was proud of myself for trying. I now plan to go on to carry on my part-time job and also hopefully get a apprenticeship in business and administration. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to the 7th award, and this is for the best fancy dress. It's a great opportunity on this programme to, dress up via the activities, for example, the community project, sorry, not the community project, there's fundraising activities. Normally, through some of the programmes that we've had, a lot of the boys, for some reason, like to dress up as girls, don't know why, but better play to them. Exposure. You weren't supposed to say that. But yes, and you see that in the background picture there, that was from Team Challenge fundraising around Christmas time, in terms of bag captain, so the opportunity to dress up. Actually, think about it. Jake again, wasn't it? The time before. Yeah, wolf costume as well. Okay, so who is going to be very fortunate to hand out these nominations and the award? And can we have Paul Edwards again? Thank you very much.
Okay. Once again, we've got nominations are Jake Spooner, Danny Cornish and Gemma Clark. And the winner is Gemma Clark. Hold on.
Hi, my name is Gemma Clark. When I first... Oh no. I'll get there. Alright, the reason I joined the Prince's Trust course was I was unable to get onto the course which I applied for. So my tutor suggested I try the Prince's Trust. So I went there for the induction day to see what it was, had a go and see how I got on. But when I first entered the classroom, I was really shy and nervous because I didn't know anyone, and I was a bit scared of what they would think about me, really. And the best thing that happened to me on the course was I actually got to know the people, and I've actually become really good friends with them. I'm really happy. During the course to run funds for a community project, me and my friend Sadie dressed up in Japanese maid costumes, which you saw on video. We also took part in a 3-day team challenge, playing games, making cards, and giving hand massages to older adults in 2 residential homes. Also making cakes. I had so much fun, I actually learned how to play blackjack, and I was quite happy, but for some reason I actually forgot how to play it. The most frustrating part of the course for me was the residential 5 days we did. Another group of people on a Prince's Trust course didn't seem to like us and started arguing with us, and everyone else just had a little moment where they had arguments with each other. So it got a bit out of hand. That said, I felt very proud of myself when I took part in the raft race in the swimming pool. I hadn't told anyone that I'm petrified of deep water, but I still got on the raft because I didn't want to let my team down. If I could start the course again, I would start with more confidence and less fear. My aim is to become a nurse, so I'm working my way towards that goal in the next few years. Thank you.
Okay, so with regards to the programme, work experience was at the halfway stage of the programme, week 7 and 8. So individuals were tasked with or given the opportunities to do some work placements at various locations. So just going around the room, can you just confirm for the audience where we've worked? So for example, James, where did you work for your work placement?
Service business on the one.
Okay. Gemma?
We just Heart Foundation.
Jake?
Lambourne N.
And that was Sam as well. Julia? Charlie? So a number of places over a 2-week period. And we had Amber there working at a primary school in Sudbury. But what I hope the group did achieve is some really valuable work experience that they could add to their CVs. And again, just, to kind of boost their confidence and evaluation and appreciation of, kind of their ability to kind of work in the workplace. And just think about Danny as well. Danny, where did you work? H&B, along with Kevin as well. Then we had the 2 boys at the top there, Luke and Ryan, where did you work? Devon, so getting some valuable retail experience. And all the references that came back from the placements were all really positive. So I want actually just to, put your hands together. It's going to be a difficult time for individuals because they're not with a team, they're not in that team environment, and it is, they're kind of out on their own sometimes, and it is that kind of that self-motivation and realisation that actually, okay, this is work experience. It's probably a bit different to being in college, but I need to do it. Kind of, in a sense, kind of investing in my future, basically. So we move on to the 8th award, and this goes to the funniest student. And this is quite an interesting one. And again, this person has come up with some quite interesting comments, opinions and suggestions. One that sticks in my head was, I don't know how they managed to get the number, but they managed to call the Prime Minister and get his assistant's number and ask him for a couple of requests, which I was absolutely kind of bamboozled. I was like, how do you go about getting the Prime Minister's assistant's number? But he managed to do it. I don't think he's very successful with the request that he asked for. But anyway, here to present the nominations and the award is our School of Participation in the school, and that's Sherry Fry.
I'm surprised Danny's not there actually, because Danny gave me the best laugh of the whole team programme when you called me up panicking on work experience on the first day. Do you remember? Yeah, I shan't go into it, but it made me, I still smile every time I think of that, so that's brilliant. But the nominations for the Funniest Student Award, which is vital at times, I think, in the tensions of running a team programme. The nominations are Kevin Robertson, Sam Sanford, James Gibson and Ben Cook. And the winner of this illustrious award is James Gibson!
I've got
got mine on my phone.
Have you? Shake my hand.
No, I haven't seen it.
No, you can shake my hand. Just well done. Well done.
Hello, I'm James. I'm from the Prince's Trust programme because I hadn't done anything in my life since I left school, really. Didn't really know what I wanted to do, and on day one I walked in the room and I thought it was alright, yeah. The best things about the programme were having the feeling of being part of a team and doing something, and the most frustrating bit about the course was arguing on residential and the breaks and the course was the cave-in. And if I could start the programme over again, the things I'd do differently is try everything on residential. Now I plan to get a full-time job and I'm gone.
Nick's nice to this by using mobile technology. You know, kind of thinking outside the box for that one. Nice one, James. So, yeah, the ninth award, mobile technology. This was the person that I guess was kind of glued to their mobile device. And if they use it any longer or any further, they'd be probably sponsored by the service provider with the branded mobile phone. So, to present this award, we have Lisa Webdale again.
Right, the nominations for this award are James Gibson, Ryan Byrne, Luke Perry and Sam Stanford. And the winner is Ryan.
Hello, my name is Ryan Corner. I joined the Prince's Trust team because I wanted to work on my leadership and teamwork skills. On day one, when I started the course, I walked into the room and I thought this is going to be a long 12 weeks, but it wasn't, to be honest. The best thing about the programme had to be the residential. The most frustrating thing about the course, in my opinion, was the planning and the doing of the community project, because I can't stand planning and doing things. The greatest moment for me while on the course had to be when Kevin fell in the river water. If I could start the programme over again, I'd change my timekeeping, and now I plan to get a job or start the Pathways to Apprenticeship schools. Thank you very much.
So after work placements, they're involved in the Next Steps week, which is all about plans for the future. There's only 4 weeks left on the programme. It's vital not just to complete the programme, but also to make sure it will progress and keep that momentum, whether it be in further education, employment, apprenticeships, or other training opportunities. So within Next Steps, there's opportunities to prepare and take part in mock interviews, which is really valuable, because particularly with the feedback that they get back to use for, obviously next job or other course interviews. CV workshops. Some people had CVs, some people didn't, so it's an opportunity to update or create new ones. They also had practical job search activities where they were going around very identifying where they can get work, because we're just trying to broaden their horizons with regards to, just not just about going to the job centre, but also maybe employment places, recruitment places, and also like word of mouth and handing in cover letters and stuff like that. They also kind of got involved in, they had various guest speakers come in from the job centre, kind of careers advisors from West Suffolk College, to give them options and ideas about what they want to progress onto. So that leads us nicely to our 10th award, which is for the mock interview winner, in the sense that our mock interviews, we try and make them as realistic as possible by giving a prize to the winner. Obviously, you can't give them a job, but you have to give them a bit of incentive to prepare and be the actual overall winner, in a sense. So, with regards to the mock interviews, there were points for each kind of question answered. So, the person with the top marks, obviously, was the winner of this award. And here to present the mock interview award interview winner is Sherry again.
Really important award, this one, for mock interview. I think the Next Steps week is so important, and it's often with our young people that's when reality begins to bite. Because I think up until now it's been a journey that the young people have been going on in terms of building up their confidence, their experience, but suddenly they come back from work experience and realise that, oh my goodness, this course is going to finish very, very soon, and I need to be making plans about what I'm going to do next. It is very much the beginnings. Today is not really the end, it is the beginning, and you need to be reflecting today on everything that has come together, everything that you've seen, and really use those skills that you've learned to push forward, okay? Interesting, Ryan said he doesn't enjoy planning and he doesn't enjoy doing stuff. Well, actually, Ryan was probably one of the most motivated young people I saw at times on the course. So I think I think some of you are being really modest about your abilities. Anyhow, I can talk more than Neil, for those of you that know. Okay, so the winner of the mock interview, well, the nominations are Sam Blazinski, Steph Wilkie, Kevin Robertson and Gemma Clark. And the winner of this award, the mock interview award, and I have to say you all looked very smart on that day and you all took it very seriously. But the winner is, I've got Sam Sanford here, but I'm sure it's the same person, but Sam.
Hello, my name's Sam Blazinski. I'm from Sudbury in Suffolk. I joined the Prince's Trust team programme because I wanted to improve my employability and give myself more options. I felt I hit a dead end at work, and I was only ever getting work here and there and never being kept on. On day one, I walked into the team room. My first thoughts were I was going to give it my best shot and try to get on with everyone. Best things about the programme was residential. I loved it at Lambourne End. I met some great people, had a lot of fun, hopefully made some friends for life. The most frustrating thing on the course was the money side of things. It's been a bit of a struggle, but now I can see it was well worth it. The greatest moment for me was the artwork we did in the community project, as I really enjoy art and I felt it was a great opportunity. If I could start the programme again, things I'd do differently was I'd make more of an effort to get in every day on time. I now plan to move on to the Enterprise programme, try to start my own business in the events industry. Thank you everyone for taking part in making all this possible.
So yeah, the total is 54 out of 60 for his
Excuse me, I'm so weak. I've got to get this guy back to get the buses started. Well done everyone. Well done team.
Second.
Can everyone just thank Otley College for coming along to support the learning?
So, after next steps, everybody. After next steps, the team were faced with a part of the course called the Team Challenge, where they had to take responsibility for organising some activities again in the community. And a bit different to their community project, the emphasis was about kind of taking opportunities to organise and support vulnerable groups that are deemed vulnerable within the community. Okay, so they decided to organise some activities for some residents at two homes in Bury St Edmunds. One was the Martins, and the other one was Northport, again both in Bury St Edmunds. And you can see there from some of the pictures, some of the activities that they got involved in. I mean, they kind of start with just kind of getting to know the residents, by some kind of energisers, not as energetic as maybe the ones that kind of delivered in the team room. But really taking the opportunity to get to know the residents and interact with them and organise some activities. And we've also got another kind of video presentation for you to watch.